What's going on, everybody? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Sport Your Enthusiasm podcast. I am your humble host, Bryce Benjamin, and today I've gave a sneak peek of what we're going to be talking about on the Facebook page, so if you was paying attention, you've seen it. But for those who did not see it, we are going to be talking WrestleMania 35?
35.
It's the WWE, brother. WrestleMania 35. And I'm here. We got a full house today, man. We got about 5 people in the house right now. So going to be sharing mics and we're going to make it work. But as always, my man Ed Jesse, my co-host, is here with us today. Ed, what's going on?
That's me. Hey, how you doing?
Doing all right, man.
I'm excited. I got a cup.
We have Matt Johnson back in the house again, man.
More than happy to be back, dude. Thanks again for having me. I can't thank you enough. I love your show.
Yes, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you coming through.
So much. It's going to be a fun episode.
We have a new guest in the house, new special guest in the house, man. My man Terrence Peterson.
What's going on, man?
How you doing, man? Appreciate you stopping by.
Good.
Where's the clapping soundboards?
Yeah,
clap,
we
clap,
need
clap.
that.
I gotta add that in. And then we got one more special guest in the building, man. My man Shaun Pannell. Shaun, what's happening, my dude?
How you doing? How y'all doing in here? Hope y'all can hear me.
Yeah, that's the shared mic. You can tell right there. We're gonna make it work, man. We're gonna make it work.
Wait a second. Are you the one that laughed that I was a Colts fan?
Yeah, I'm a Jags fan.
All right, I can't share a mic with this. No.
Oh shit, that is right. Wow, that is right, man.
I don't know why I thought the N word was about to pop out. It felt like it was. Oh, I can't share a mic with this nigga.
Hell no. Wouldn't even dream of saying that.
Yo, listen.
Oh, man.
Matt ain't that damn crazy. That would have been real bad.
Long walk back to the
quick. I don't know if he would have made it back to the car,
Probably
bro.
not.
Nah, I'm just
Probably
fucking
not.
with you. Tink, tink, tink. But yeah, man, we gonna talk a little bit of WrestleMania. So this is Sports Your Enthusiasm. We talking all sports and sports entertainment too. How about that?
Mm-hmm.
WrestleMania 35, fellas.
What's up?
Y'all ready for this?
Oh, I'm ready.
This
I
is
think
different
so.
for me. I ain't gonna lie. I haven't watched wrestling in a while, so
You can't tell the people that.
yes, I can. It's my damn show. Shit.
Oh, man.
All right. So, usually in this segment here, whenever I had a new guest on, I have them talk their fanhood and then talk about their favorite teams and whatnot. But since we're doing a special episode on WrestleMania, I kind of figured we could go around the room and talk about our favorite wrestlers of all time. So, take a minute, guys. Let's start off. Let's start with you, Shaun. I'm going to start with you. We're going to work our way clockwise. Top 3 wrestlers of all time, Shaun. I know what number 1 is, but top 3 wrestlers of all time.
All right, then, since you know what number 1 is, I'm going to start with number 3. Oh, dang it.
Oh shit.
I had to put Randy Orton there.
Randy Orton.
Yeah, I always like Randy Orton. Since he came in,
That's a fair choice.
one of my favorites. Second, which is probably everybody lists, Shawn Michaels.
Hey.
HBK. He's the innovator. And then everybody know number 1 is Chris Jericho. Everybody.
My man.
Chris Jericho. There it
I've
is.
always been a Chris Jericho fan.
Yeah, you have. Dude got fucking Chris Jericho Christmas sweaters.
Hey,
That's when you know it's. That's when you know it's
Can I know where you
legit.
got
That's a
from?
thing?
That's when you know it's legit.
That's when you know it's real.
I need one of those. Let me know where you got those.
Shit
man.
hard.
I was rocking scarves when he was rocking scarves.
Man.
You had.
I
You
wasn't
had
doing that.
He was a true fan. He had the list. He had everything. He had the genuine list. He bought it. It said WWE merchandise on the bottom left corner.
Oh, man.
It was real.
You was
Shit was
wearing that in the wintertime,
$38.
huh?
Matt, I'm coming your way next, man. Top 3 favorite wrestlers of all time.
All right.
And you used to. You're a pro wrestler, right?
I did it for about
Yeah.
5 years, on the
Oh, wow.
independent level. It was a good time. Glad I did it.
Mm-hmm. I saw that picture you put up of that indie show you were just at the.
Yeah, I do.
last
I
week.
do commentary
That was
for
dope.
Empire State Wrestling now.
That
which is
show
really
was
cool.
packed.
That's
Wow.
what's up.
500
was
people
packed.
in a building that holds the maximum occupancy was like 340.
Yes, sir.
They put like 500 people in, over 500 people in that
Ooh,
building.
wow.
Wow.
It was at a fire hall,
They're getting a
luckily.
fine.
So they were the fire marshals. They
wow.
we can
cool.
get away with it there. But my top 3 favorite wrestlers of all time professionally. Number 3, I'm gonna go I'm going to go Brock Lesnar, and not like current Brock Lesnar. I love 2002 to 2004 Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Even when he came back, like really, really good. Initially, and then he stopped showing up all the time, and so on and so forth. Number 2, I'm going to go Kurt Angle. Amateur background, easily I think one of the most underrated performers of. People always like The Rock and Stone Cold and Triple H, but I don't think people like to put Kurt Angle in that conversation sometimes, and I think he deserves to be there.
Yeah, he do.
And number 1, this one might be a shocker. Rick Martel, and this is like vintage, like 90s, like 80s. The dude was so technically like gifted. I love the technical wrestling. Like,
that's a shocker.
I love the sport aspect. Not the entertainment stuff is fun and all, but like the actual technical stuff. And Martel was so good; he could do any gimmick. He pulled off the model character in the early 90s, and he made it work. He did so much other stuff. He's another one, very, very underrated. I watched that man go an hour with like Dusty Rhodes and Harley Race, and just so good. But yeah, that'd be my number 1.
All right, Ed. Mm-hmm. We know your number 1 is, but go ahead, let the people know.
Kane. Y'all don't know.
Go ahead, man.
Y'all don't know.
Give us your top 3.
Y'all don't know nothing.
Right
First
now.
off, y'all don't know nothing. I'm about to hit y'all with some wop diddy. Are you ready for this? Okay. All right. My number 3
John Cena
is the King, Booker T.
Hey.
Mm-hmm.
So hold on.
Smacked all of y'all.
King Booker or just Booker T in general?
Raggedy King Booker.
Wow. Oh, no.
Booker T was great, though.
Because that one got a belt too, damn it. So I don't care about none of that
Wow.
garbage talk y'all want to say, except for the shitty job his wife did. Outside,
Very fair.
You can't talk about Queen Charmel like that.
Outside of that, outside of that, hey man, Book had a great career, and whenever I talk about athletic black performers, I either go. I always put them in 2 categories, either Shelton Benjamin category or a Booker T category. And that's just
Shelton Benjamin category, man. Yeah, the two brothers, man. Wow. They in 2 categories.
Like that's
this brother or that brother.
Yeah, like usually when you see it, that's just how it always pans out. They always end up being like one of those 2 in like a model form.
No, that's actually a great comparison because like Shelton's like very athletically gifted, but on the entertainment side, like the microphone, it's not a specialty. But like Booker T's total package, without a doubt. So I like that. That's your metric system.
Yeah,
Shelton Benjamin is underrated.
So Booker T number 3. Yeah, shout out to Shelton. That's my cousin.
Number.
Yeah, I bet you I didn't know that, did you?
No, you ain't got no pictures with him.
That's okay.
That's
all right.
You gotta invite him on the show.
Number 2 is Eddie Guerrero. Mm-hmm.
It wasn't Eddie.
Oh, on this day, he's number 1 because he is nice. He is one of the GOATs. I don't care what none of y'all say. Nah, because I seen a picture of him with this little ass head and this big ass body, and I ain't like it. I didn't. I was like, God damn, who the hell is this? This ain't the guy I used to call King. This ain't the guy who used to think was the game of games.
See,
I don't know.
That's how he always was. Though.
He like 5th or 6th in my rows, but yeah, Edge is my number 1. I've always loved Edge ever since I've been messing with him. The ultimate opportunist. That dude is. He's something special.
One name was Edge and one name was Eddie.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody like their own name.
You goddamn right.
All right, and then Terrence, let's come to you, man. Top 3 wrestlers of all time.
Top 3. I'm gonna go with number 3.
He got a dusty ass set.
That's all right though. You ain't see this one coming. The Nature Boy Ric Flair.
Woo! I respect that.
I mean,
yo, Ric Flair, like just in general, in terms of like impact.
And I'm just upset that none of y'all said that already. Ric Flair.
Ric Flair is that dude.
Oh, Ric Flair ain't your damn favorite.
No. Rick, I said this is the 3rd one. This is the 3rd one.
Yeah, let's be clear.
You have to respect all the stuff that Ric Flair did in the game.
That's a fact.
I mean, from the beginning.
Yeah,
he cut some of the greatest promos ever
promos.
Oh, yeah,
he
for sure.
put so many people over.
Rolex wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, jet flying.
What?
Go ahead.
Where he be sending women to what mountain? Is it Space Mountain?
Space Mountain.
Space Mountain.
He
Don't
take
be
'em there.
upset.
He take them there and bring them back. He said he gonna bring them back.
Ric
He ain't
Flair,
leaving them
man. I
there
like that one.
because he got to bring the next one up.
That's what's up.
But Ric Flair is definitely number 3 for
I
me.
like that. Okay.
Yeah, Ric Flair, he did so much in the game.
Number 2.
I'm gonna say Shawn Michaels.
Ooh, okay.
I'm gonna go with Shawn Michaels because he put another dent in the game.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as skill, his skill set is probably the best skill set I've ever seen. Mm-hmm. Still to this day.
Yeah.
Promos, mic skills, athletic, all kind of stuff. And number 1, who you ain't gonna see this one coming. The man they call Sting.
Ooh, I like that.
Sting. Oh. Yeah, I ain't see that coming. You got that.
From his early days.
You got that.
He thought I was gonna say Goldberg.
Yeah, I did. I actually did think you were
I am a
gonna say Goldberg.
WCW guy. I mean, WCW, near the end, they did a lot of foolishness. But, I mean,
Okay.
you
got me. I
Yeah,
can't
I
even.
did.
I can't
I
even
did.
front. All right, because we
But,
talked about this
Sting-
the other day at work.
Yeah, Sting. He man, back when he was the surfer guy with the bleached blonde hair.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he was carrying WCW on his back from start to finish.
Yeah.
He was a
and Ric
loyalist,
Flair.
dude. I mean, everybody else kind of jumped ship and had their turn in the WF, but he didn't. Until
The very end.
The very
The
end.
very end.
He's a
It's
guy
actually
that
what
never
they did to
turned.
Booker T. Why he never came WWE right away.
Say again, Sean?
It's what he did to Booker T. They shat on Booker T when he first came in.
Right.
Yeah.
Made him look like a fool and a joke, but he still overcame it though.
Yeah.
Sting, he's another guy. He never turned heel.
Right.
He never switched up on him. I mean, he kept to himself when he went to the dark phase, but
I like that,
I mean,
man. I like that a lot.
Sting is probably my number 1.
Okay.
You know.
All right, and then my top 3, I was thinking about this the other day.
I'll make the top 3.
So number 3, I'm gonna roll with CM Punk.
Ooh,
Okay.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like
see, I'm
that.
not gonna lie. Since CM Punk lost wrestling, that's when I kind of lost interest in it. Because it was kind of hard for me to watch, but I was tuning in literally every week just to hear what CM Punk was going to say.
Okay.
That pipe bomb, that's one of the greatest wrestling moments for me ever. When after that, it was just pure gold when he was on the mic. So,
Oh yeah, hands down.
I'm gonna put CM Punk number 3. Number 2, I'm gonna cheat. I got about a 2-way tie here. I'm not gonna lie.
No,
All right.
no.
All right, if you
No.
I was going.
Yeah.
Don't you do that.
I ain't want to
Nope.
be that
I am.
guy though.
I'm gonna be that guy. For
You can have a 1 and 2. You can't have a 2 and 2.
I'm gonna have a 2A and 2B. So it's basically the Rock and Stone Cold for me.
Okay, that's a pair.
Yeah. It's just one of those things like in the '90s. Like I'm pretty sure that's when we all started watching wrestling, Attitude Era, the greatest era of wrestling.
Yeah.
And those two, man, it was something else. Like I remember saying words I shouldn't be saying because of Stone Cold and going to school. Going to school and telling my teacher I'm about to eat fucking poontang pie and shit because of the Rocks. So, and not knowing what the fuck I'm talking about exactly. So, I got to put them 2A, 2B. And then number 1 for me is hands down Shawn Michaels, favorite wrestler of all time. From the start, like my first WrestleMania that I watched was I think I don't remember the number. I'm thinking it's 6, but correct me if I'm wrong. But it was when he faced Bret Hart, Iron Man match.
12.
Okay.
Number 12. Yep.
Yeah.
WrestleMania 12. So yeah, I remember that's the one that my mom bought it for me on VHS, and I remember literally watching that like at least twice a week.
Yeah.
And Shawn Michaels, favorite wrestler of all time from that era. DX, was out for a little while, came back, had the greatest WrestleMania performances I've seen against The Undertaker. The greatest showman of all time, greatest wrestler of all time, in my opinion. Shawn Michaels, number 1 for me.
That's pretty interesting that none of us picked Undertaker.
Yeah. I think his was more of a gimmick than anything.